People think that self-love, self-care is all about going out, buying expensive dresses, or buying expensive jewelries. Like this one is really expensive, or going out and going to the restaurants or vacation or something like that, or going to the spa salon, get the makeup done, get the hair done, whatever. But in ideality, that's not just the one part. Like that's not just the only self-love. Self-love is not about being more external. Oh, I'm going out for a spa and a salon. And you go out for the spa and the salon, you do the treatment, you get the treatment that you wanted, and after that you came back into your home and you feel miserable. You feel like that only lasted for a few minutes or a few hours or whatever, and then you square back to zero and feeling bad about your life. And then you are looking for next external things to go and do out because you're distracting yourself. When you're doing this kind of self-love, you're not actually doing it self-love. You're like actually distracting yourself from the feelings, emotions, and thoughts that you have within yourself about you or about your past or about the situation or about other people. You're distracting yourself. When the people came into the self-love and self-care industry, they only came here. Most of the people came here because they had some past traumas, they have some problems in their relationships or problems in their own personal life. Like I entered in the self-love because of that reason, to be honest. Most of the people go in this industry, self-help, spirituality, self-love, only because they have gone through the life, had so many problems, relationship problems, money problems, or in general any kind of problems, and then they find this route of taking care of themselves, self-love, a way to giving what they want, so that their partner will going to give them what they want from their partner. But in ideality, they forget that it's not about going outside and external doing something for yourself or giving yourself that spa treatment, that makeup, or that nails or whatever. It's more about internal. If you're just going out and getting all those treatments, it's nice to get those treatments. It's really nice to have an appointment and get the nails done or all that stuff. It's really nice to buy the expensive jewelry, like I buy expensive jewelries or designer clothes or whatever. It's really nice. I like to do that sometimes. But the most important thing that are you doing those things to distract yourself from your feelings, from your emotions, from your thoughts that you have within yourself? Because most of the people do these things only to understand later down the road that when they were doing those things, they were happy and they were feeling good. But when they return back home after doing all those activities, after having all those treatments in the spa or salons or whatever, they realize that they feel now lonely. They realize that they need something more external, something more. I need something more. Okay, I buy one necklace, I feel happy, I wore that necklace, but now I want more. I want ring, maybe I want earrings, maybe I want dresses. Then I buy that, then I want more, 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 more. It's like never ending because you're distracting your thoughts, you're distracting yourself by focusing on the external. And we cannot distract ourselves by focusing on the external. Even if you do it, it's not going to work for the long term. It's just only for the short term. So in actuality, the self-love is not about going out and doing external things that you want your partner to do it for you. It's about sitting with yourself, spending quality time with yourself, sitting with your own thoughts, your own emotions, your own feelings, and understanding why you are going through that. Understanding that this is part of the game, this is part of the puzzle. We all go through some shit. We all had shit in the past, and it's totally okay, totally normal. And sitting with your own thoughts, your own emotions, your own feelings, that's about the self-love. That's about the self-love. Because if you do go out and do external things, and you don't know what's happening within you, are not aware of what's happening within you, are constantly yourself distracting yourself from by doing external things, then the missing piece in all those of is you, is your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings. And if you're not aware of them and you're just constantly focusing on the external, you're not aware what's going inside of it, so it's gonna hurt you in the long run. I had the situation personally. I came into the self-love and I was looking at those videos, bloggers, YouTubers, influencers promoting different kinds of products. Of course, they are making money, nothing wrong with that. But then I realized that after doing all those things or having all those treatment, I still feel empty because I didn't focus on the internal. I was not able to sit with my own thoughts and my own emotions and my own feelings because I was constantly being distracted. I was not focusing on them. I was focusing on the external, thinking that self-love is all about external, is like external work, that you go to treatment, buy a coffee for yourself, go on a date with yourself, buy a jewelry, buy a dress. But that's just the temporary. The main self-love is all about internal, sitting with your own thoughts and emotions and being aware of that, not getting distracted by them, just being aware and just be there with yourself, spending quality time with yourself. It's really important. Like, I wake up in the morning and I wake up at the 6:30. Usually I wake up pretty early because I go to bed early. So I wake up early, but today I was like, I'm feeling tired, so I need more rest. So I sleep more and I wake up late because I sleep again. And in that moment, I realized, when I was waking up after sleeping, I realized, wow, that was the self-love for me. I deserve that extra rest. I deserve this extra hour of sleep. And that was a self-love for me. That was the internal work I was doing for me. My body feels so much better after that rest. I feel so much good. And then I understand that self-love is not always about external. And I get the video inspiration idea for this video from that particular thing when I wake up. And I was like, wow, we focus so much on the external, we forget that we are not sitting with our own thoughts. The more important thing is about state of being, how you feel when you are with yourself. That's more important rather than just going outside and doing something for yourself, only to realize when you finish doing that thing, you start feeling lonely again, you start feeling lack again, and now you're trying to fill that hole, trying to fill that gap from the external things. So you cannot fill that gap by doing the external work, by focusing on the external situations. You cannot fill the gap because in actuality, there is no gap within you. But you gotta sit with yourself. You gotta give the quality time to spend time with yourself. That's about the self-love. That's about the self-care. When you really sit with yourself and look at your thoughts and emotions and not triggered by them, and understanding you are not your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings, and your thoughts are not true. They are not true, okay? They are just one thought. That's it. Just like a water wave. They come and go. They come and go. But you gotta know what's going inside of you. You gotta be aware of that. And not using any external things as a distraction from your own thoughts, your own emotions. That is the self-love. How do you feel when you are by yourself? That is the self-love. Do you feel abundance? Do you feel love? Do you feel okay? Do you feel normal? Or you don't feel okay? You don't feel normal when you sit with yourself? How do you feel when you are by yourself 100% without any distraction? That's the self-love. You can ask this question and sit with yourself for just 1 hour, not getting distracted by anything. If you want to sleep, take an extra hours of sleep, meditate, whatever, just sit with yourself and see the miracle will going to happen. Hopefully you find this video useful. Let me know, guys, if you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and I have some cool stuff. The links are in description. You can check it out. Thank you so much. I'll see you the next time. Bye bye.